I mean,
Beyond Meat.
now, Miguel, so coming from Crohn's disease, right?
Yeah.
So what I learned about myself is that my system is pretty much like a cave person, right? And so whenever I have these additives, especially with plant-based products, that would make me so sick. My histamine levels would go through the roof, right? I would be runny nose. I'd have all these like dragging systems. My vitality would be lowered down considerably, and I would just be kind of like never really operating at that level I should be at. So maybe I just the type of person that doesn't need to eat meat all the time, but chicken. I remember working with so many different people that were vegetarians at the time that had metal toxicities, and I was educated on the fact that if we had to get them on either raw cheese, eggs, and if they would eat chicken, we'd even stay away from meat because it's hard, especially to take a vegetarian person into direct.
Now fish?
Cow product. Well, fish is an interesting product as well because it used to be such an amazing health food. Now it's extremely toxic.
Oh, because of the ocean and the water.
All the mercury levels and everything, the way it's farmed.
Yeah.
So when I would get somebody to follow that program, they would drastically improve. When they neglected and didn't want to follow the program, their health really just got worse.
Yeah, wow.
So it's again looking at
vegetarians should be cautious of not eating any animal products because of the lack of ability to detox.
In general,
okay.
You run the risk of B12 deficiencies with a vegetarian diet. But the thing is, if you're eating, there's different ways of looking at certain diets.
Okay.
When you're eating a vegetarian or a vegan diet, let's just say you're eating nothing but really well-sourced fruit and vegetables.
Okay.
Because I know some people that do it, that they're very, they have a history of something, and it tends to be working for them, right? Do I say that it would work for most people? No, I don't believe so. But the thing is like you have to look at food completely differently in how it's sourced. Have you ever tried a piece of fruit that was a non-organic fruit that you had been consuming as an organic? Have you ever done that before?
Yeah, and it tastes like half water, half like just emptiness.
Yes. And again, it's not really a food product. It's not even a food item. So if you're relying on that type of source to fuel your body, then you're in trouble. That's really the thing. And so when you're looking at somebody that is following a particular diet, I always look at somebody and I look at them first. I look at them and I get a sense of their energy. I talk to them a little bit. I just kind of get like the tone of their voice and who they are.
Yeah.
And then I ask like, what, you seem to be doing something right. What are you doing? Right. And I've noticed certain things as feedback from that. And I pick things up because again, when I've worked with so many people, the job was to find out what's wrong with them as quickly as possible to bring a solution so that they would improve upon, the symptoms and things that they're having so they could actually move past what has occurred in that situation. And going through it myself, you look at time that's wasted and time, and I got to be the guy that didn't want to waste time.
Sure.
It just was like, if this food's going to heal me, but may not taste as good as this chocolate cake, I don't care about that anymore because I don't want to have my colon removed, right? That was the motivation. We're all motivated by certain things, but when you're looking at certain nutritional deficiencies. And I see this a lot in the media where doctors will come out and say it's impossible to have nutritional deficiencies and all that. And these are people that are obviously asleep at the wheel or aren't dealing with the current population and seeing what's going on because the nutritional deficiencies are rampant if you're not careful. You have to really go after certain types of foods, know your diet, know what you're doing. And your generation alone, your group is very much in tune with this, constantly on top of it and aware of it. And this is something that so many people just think that like they were born into this life and with this strong constitution that your mineral stores are going to be there forever. And the reality of it is the quality of water that you're drinking is flushing through your body with every sip of water. What you're holding on to, we don't even know. It could be an abundance of a certain amount of trace mineral, or it may be just passing through. So it's going to require that we consume more of that mineral or eat a diet that has minerals in it. So we need to really be constantly looking at what we're bringing into the body. Then you add stressors, whether it's from the external environment, such as our toxic burden, or the stress from our own, physicality or psychological stress. This is going to eat that up as well. So we have to always be aware of what is moving in and out of our body systems.
If you believe information like this should be out there for people, quickly leave a like on this video. If you're a person on their self-development journey in their health, wealth, and freedom, subscribe because we're one tribe, baby. Let's go.